Howdy, everybody. I am RJ Smith, and this thing of ours is called Crazy News Reacts, where I scour the globe for the weirdest, most insane, and craziest news and bring it to you every day at midnight. Now, if you haven't been here before, let me say welcome. Glad to have you. If you like this content, please hit the like button and maybe even subscribe, share, and comment. That would be so awesome, and I would love that. If you are a returning subscriber, woohoo! Thank you so much. It is because of you guys that the channel is growing so much. But today, we're talking about mass shootings. Typically every year, July the 4th is the deadliest day of the year. There have been at least 261 mass shootings in the first 6 months of June. So without further ado,
the July 4th holiday marred by tragedy with deadly shootings across the country yesterday. In Washington state, a 13-year-old girl was killed after two groups got into a fight in the Alderwood Mall. Police saying the girl was not involved with either group and died at the hospital. In Wyoming's Yellowstone National Park, in Montana, park rangers exchanged gunfire with an armed person making threats. That person was killed and a ranger injured. Then in Southwest Philadelphia, at least one person was killed and 8 others injured in a shooting late last night. In Highland Park, Illinois, holding its first July 4th parade since the mass shooting there 2 years ago, in which 7 people were killed and dozens more injured.
Absolutely tragic, right? I mean, imagine your teenagers are out playing, hanging out with their friends, and all of a sudden, a barrage of gunfire. And before you know it, you have detectives at your door telling you that your son or your daughter, your mom or dad, sister or brother got caught up in a crossfire and didn't make it.
Will you step outside and talk with me for a moment?
Tragic. What's really interesting is just in June of this year, there have been 71 mass shootings out of that 261. That's insane. And this morning, the Associated Press is reporting at least 33 people have been killed so far this July 4th weekend. We still have today, so who knows what'll happen. 11 of those 30 people who were killed happened in Chicago, of course. Look, the 4th of July is historically one of the deadliest days of the year, and authorities say it's not slowing down. Let's continue.
As the country marks this Independence Day, more American communities are mourning victims of gun violence. Last night, a heavily armed gunman wearing a bulletproof vest opened fire in a Philadelphia neighborhood, killing 5 people.
There was a shooter right there behind my red car shooting a pistol into this street. Within seconds, there were like 50 cops in this corner.
It is a tragedy without an explanation. The number of people who have been killed in the United States by guns has risen more than 50%, according to Pew Research Center. But those aged 12 to 17 make up 86% of all the gun deaths in America. Now, that is some crazy stuff. This is really interesting. The racial differences in gun deaths among kids are horrible. 46% of all gun deaths among children and teens involved black shooters and black victims, where white kids accounted for 32%, Hispanic 17%, and Asians just at 1%. Still, that is a stark statement for gun deaths. Look, guys, if you just look at the statistics from this long July 4th weekend, you will see that we have a crisis in this country when it comes to young people shooting guns and killing each other. That's all I have for you today, folks. Thanks for hanging out. I hope I taught you something. As a criminologist, these kind of things always interest me, and I'm happy to share it with you. Please hit the like button, subscribe, share, and comment, which will help us get more and more subscribers and viewers just like you. I'll see you right back here tomorrow.